In this video, I will show you the essential notebook features that any beginner can use while coding with PySpark or in the notebooks in the Databricks. So the beginner's demo that I cover here, what are the magic commands and how to use it. The magic commands, if you give %md means it renders Markdown. That means we can give a heading H1, H2, H3 like that kind of headings we can use. %SQL means it executes SQL queries within a Python Scala or notebook. %sh it executes shell commands on the driver node. %fs it is a shorthand for dbutils.fs commands. You need to make sure that this is enabled in your workspace. If it is not enabled, this dbutils.fs will not work. And %run it runs another notebook in the current notebook's context. We'll see one by one. In the first command, I have given %sh is a magic command. When I run it, ls-l/temp, it shows all the files available in the temp directory. And you can see here all the total 2884 files available. The second point is widgets. The widget, how to create a widget, it is a essential task people use in the notebooks, Databricks Notebook. Here dbutils.widgets.text means you are creating a text widget with some parameters, and drop down widget, you are creating a drop down widget with some parameters, and you can create individual values and you can create a list value, and you can create a combo box. You can create a list, and it is a kind of selector type of fruit with a text, and then with a list you can create. So by running this means you are creating different widgets you are creating here. So retrieving widget values, for example, I created this many widgets here. Now I want to get the environment value. dbutils.widgets.get, this is the command. I have given here key value, that is environment. By printing this, it is mentioned that dev is it's a retrieved value. Removing widgets, why it is we are in dev currently, the widgets set to dev, so the environment it is related to dev. So environment is, if you see small letter environment widgets text, this value is dev. Similarly, if it is a second one is environment dev/prod. So here we got the value as dev environment. Removing widgets. How to remove dbutils.widgets.remove all. If you use this function remove all, it removes all the widgets. So the third point is calling child notebooks. This is essentially and the most important task. Databricks allows you to modularize your code. You have written some code in other child notebook, but in the main notebook you are calling the child notebook. So in the method A is we are using dbutils.notebook.run. So this method runs the child notebook in a isolated separate context. It allows you to pass parameters. Means here I written a simple try except. In the try except in the passing the run, and we are passing child notebook. This is the notebook name /, and then 60 is timeout seconds, and input parameter allow from the demo. We are passing key and then its value. So when you run this, print child notebook, it is returned the result. We will get a result. The value is input parameter hello from the demo. This is the parameter we got into result. So that means this is executed. If any error is there, it will call this one. This is a child notebook. Make child notebook is imported into some workspace folder and with some exception. So here child notebook is returned hello from the demo processed by child. That means it is processed successfully. So hello from the demo. So child notebook returned. The result is hello from the demo. Child notebook returned hello from the demo. So processed by child. So when you run this, the information that is received from child notebook, that you can see here. So that is added here, processed by child. So percentile run, it is a context sharing. So when you use the percentile run and the child notebook runs the same context, and as all variables, functions, import defined in the child becomes immediately available to the. So if you see this, if you uncomment the assuming child notebook exists, uncomment the line below, and if you uncomment this and percentile run child notebook, if you call this, then it will show warning, you are using the IPython run line to use the Databricks to make sure that the magic is at the very start of the cell. So you need to mention that like this, and then child notebook received, no parameter is provided. So child notebook is received and default fallback value, no parameter is provided. We are not provided any parameters here. And file system operations. So in the serverless system, in this workspace, the dvutils.fs are disabled. So just simply executed print statements. So those you can see require Unity catalog volumes on serverless compute. So similarly, this way just you can use volumes where you can store the files. That is useful in the serverless environment. In the secrets management, never hardcode passwords or API keys. Use Databricks secrets instead. So get a secret value is equal dvutils.secrets.get. So scope is my scope, key is my key. So this is the secret value. So assuming is get a secret from a secret scope. You are getting a value. Scope is my scope, key is my key, and then secret value. Databricks will automatically redact the secret if you try to print it. So the value, that means Databricks will automatically redact, display dvutils secrets, that list how many list scopes are there. We can see all the scopes by giving display statement. Here we are creating a secret value, and then here print secret value. The secret value printed is redacted, and then accessing the notebook context metadata. So sometimes you need metadata about the current notebook. Metadata means who is triggered by the user and browser host and the notebook path. Here context as string dvutils.notebook.entry point. You need to use dvutils notebook entry point, get dvutils and notebook, get context, save to JSON. So the value that available in get context, we are putting into context string, and this context string is a JSON. So I am using here JSON.loads and context string. Now I got all the JSON values into the context. Now I am getting context.get attributes I'm in a dictionary, I'm getting the values, context that get to attributes. So when I get current user, attributes that get, if you give key value user, otherwise it is a, if there is no value, it is a unknown user. And browser host, attributes that get, browser host name, this is the key, and if there is no value, it will mention that unknown host. Similarly, path, if there is no path, it mentions unknown path. So here what doing here, I am defining a function called it is a mask, and passing a value to it. If the value is not in none spaces, unknown user, unknown host, unknown path, then it should give you return stars. So that's why after executing this, we are getting all the values stars. That means there is some value. Purposely I masked it because of personal data triggered by user, workspace host, what is the host, and notebook path. This information we use it for logging purposes and in our real-time production. Thank you.